food. Today's special challenge is genetically modified organisms and genetically modified foods. Which food is genetically modified? It's hard to tell because the FDA doesn't require manufacturers to tell whether their food is genetically modified or not. That's the problem we're trying to fight today. So we're going to have a contestant eat some genetically modified foods and then some regular foods to see what the difference does to her body. But before we get to our contestant for the day, I'd like to say a little bit more about genetically modified foods. They are formed when genes from other foods are inserted into their own, and the cells replicate the newly modified DNA. These gene inserts are usually put in to make the crop pest resistant, and these transgenic seeds are planted across the United States without any regulation, according to an article printed in the Tampa Tribune. In fact, the agricultural corporations are not even required by the FDA to label the food as genetically modified, according to an article from the Journal of Business Ethics. It is simply the corporation's choice to include that label or not. Though genetically modified foods can be pest resistant and help farmers cut their pesticide costs, they can have side effects like allergies or antibiotic resistant diseases, so they should be banned by the FDA. And we have Allison here as our contestant today. She's 17 and she's from Tampa, Florida. Hi Allison, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Are you excited to be on the show?
I'm so excited. I love food.
Oh, good. Well, we have lots of food here today. Some of it's genetically modified and some of it isn't. We'll see what happens to your body when you try both. So first we'll start with some strawberries. Here you go. Okay.
Should I go?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Now these are the genetically modified strawberries. So we'll see what happens to her body when she eats them. I'm so itchy! Wow, is that because of the strawberries?
Yeah.
Are you allergic to them or something?
No, not normally.
Maybe you're allergic to the genetically modified food ones. That happens sometimes. Sometimes they tweak it and then you're allergic to it. That's too bad. Okay, so those genetically modified strawberries didn't turn out too good for Allison. So we have some normal ones for you, and let's see what happens to your body when you eat those. Let's go check back in with our contestant Allison to see how the healthy strawberries are treating her.
I feel great.
Wow, Allison, those healthy strawberries are really doing well for your body.
They are.
That's what happens when you don't eat genetically modified foods. Okay, now we're going to try some more genetically modified foods. This is a genetically modified mango. We'll see what happens when Allison eats this. Allison, you don't look too good.
No, none of these antibiotics are working.
Well, you know that's a danger of genetically modified foods, is that sometimes the antibiotics don't help you fight the diseases.
Really?
Yeah, sorry about that, kiddo.
I feel terrible.
Hang in there. While these allergic reactions and diseases didn't really happen to Allison, it is entirely possible that they could. Allergies can be formed through genetic modification if an allergen is transmitted to the new host food or seed, according to an article from Humanity's Future in 2006. For example, if a person is allergic to pine nuts and there's a newly genetically modified soybean that has pine nut DNA, then that person would also be allergic to that soybean. Also, Allison's life-threatening disease has happened in real life. There is a fear that the transgenic foods could infect our gut bacteria and organs, creating fatal antibiotic-resistant diseases because of the pesticides. So, to conclude this segment of Guess That Food, genetically modified food should be banned by the FDA because of the health risks they impose to humans everywhere. Thank you, and join us again next time.